What's the smartest way you've seen a kid outsmart their parents? My little brother Dexter was 11 when he pulled off something so brilliant that even our strict parents had to respect it. They'd been treating him like a baby for years, way worse than they ever treated me at that age. No phone, no video games on weekdays, bedtime at 8:30 sharp even during summer. The kid couldn't even pick his own clothes without mom hovering over him. The breaking point came when they refused to let him go to his best friend Kai's birthday sleepover. Every other kid in his grade was going. Dexter begged for weeks, did extra chores, got straight A's on his report card, even stopped complaining about his ridiculous bedtime. Still no. Dad said sleepovers were for older kids. Mom said she didn't trust other parents to supervise properly. That's when Dexter stopped arguing completely, just said okay, and went quiet. My parents thought they'd won. Mom even bragged to her sister about how Dexter was finally becoming more mature and accepting boundaries. I knew better. Dexter had that look in his eyes, the same one he got before beating me at chess. Over the next month, Dexter started asking innocent questions at dinner. Hey mom, what was your favorite subject in middle school? She'd launch into stories about her science fairs and debate club victories. Dad, did you play sports as a kid? Dad would go on about his basketball glory days. Dexter took mental notes of everything. Then he started phase 2. He began leaving library books around the house, books about child psychology, gifted education, adolescent development. He'd bookmark specific pages and leave them on the coffee table. Pages about how overprotective parenting stunts emotional growth. Studies showing kids with more independence had better grades and fewer behavioral problems. He never mentioned the books, just left them where mom would find them during her morning coffee. The genius part was what he did with dad. Dexter started watching old basketball games with him every Sunday. Not just watching, but asking real questions. Why did they call that play? What's a pick and roll? Dad was thrilled. Finally, his son showing interest in sports. During one game, Dexter casually mentioned, Kai's dad played college basketball. He's teaching us some moves at his house. 3 weeks before the next sleepover at Kai's, Dexter implemented phase 3. He created a PowerPoint presentation. Dead serious, a whole PowerPoint with transitions and everything. He asked mom and dad to sit in the living room one evening and pulled up his laptop. The presentation was titled, A Proposal for Graduated Independence, the Dexter Initiative. I watched from the hallway, trying not to laugh. The first slide showed his grades for the past 2 years. Straight A's with 1 B+ in PE. The next slide listed every chore he'd done without being asked for 6 months, complete with dates and photographic evidence. Then came the research section. He'd found studies from Harvard about independence in preteens, statistics about how kids with earlier freedoms had lower anxiety rates as teenagers. He even quoted from the parenting books mom kept on her nightstand, using her own highlighted passages against her. The masterpiece was slide 15. He'd created a risk assessment matrix for the sleepover. Likelihood of various dangers versus their potential impact, color-coded and everything. Food poisoning, low probability, low impact. Inappropriate movies, medium probability, minimal impact with parental values already instilled. He'd assigned numerical values and calculated an overall risk score of 2.3 out of 10. But the killing blow was the last section. He'd interviewed 3 other parents from his class, recording them on his tablet. Mrs. Patterson talking about how sleepovers helped her shy daughter build social confidence. Mr. Torres explaining how his son learned conflict resolution by navigating friend dynamics at sleepovers. Even our neighbor, the pediatrician Dr. Reeves, discussing the importance of peer bonding and pre-adolescent development. The final slide was a proposed contract. If allowed to attend the sleepover, Dexter would call at 9 p.m. and midnight, send photo updates every 2 hours, maintain his grades, add 3 new chores to his weekly list, and write a reflection essay about the experience for mom to read. My parents sat there stunned. Dad's mouth was literally hanging open. Mom kept looking between Dexter and the screen like she couldn't process what just happened. They asked for a week to consider his proposal. That night, I heard them talking in their room. Dad actually said, the kid's got better presentation skills than my team at work. Mom admitted she couldn't argue with his research. They were backed into a corner by an 11-year-old with a laptop and too much time on his hands. Dexter got to go to the sleepover. Not just that one, but future ones too, with conditions from his contract. The best part? He admitted to me later that he'd been planning it for 3 months. He called it Project Freedom in his notebook.